Austerity is a failed policy. It will never work. The moment they save the bankers, shifting all the burdens onto the people, social democracy died. Austerity is a failed policy. Austerity always fails. It has never worked. It will never work. It's a little bit trying to square the circle. However good a mathematician you are, it cannot be done. So why have they've been using austerity? Because they have no idea how to deal with the crisis of their own making. As long as the peoples of Europe are not presented with a pragmatic, rational, sensible alternative, we are going to continue along the path of disintegration of Europe. Inequality is an outcome of the financialization that began in the mid-1970s. With capitalism, power moved from the political sphere to the economic sphere, the industrial sphere. With financialization, power moved from industry to finance. With this evolution, inequality increased exponentially. The discontent that Europeans feel, which turns into forces of disintegration, is definitely the result of the economic crisis and the failure of the establishment to deal with the crisis of its own making. Social Democrats in the 1960s, 1970s, they saw themselves as the referees between the two sides, capital and labor. And they tried to introduce protections for workers and to make the bosses agree to give up some of their profits to fund hospitals and schools. And that was what social democracy was about. With financialization, social democrats in power went into an agreement with the bankers. We will let you do whatever you want. In return, you will fund the welfare state. Bankers effectively printed more than $700 trillion. And the planet was not large enough. Those pyramids of money collapsed, and we had the crisis of 2008. At that point, social democrats who were in power did not have either the analytical capacity or the moral strength to pick up the phone and tell the bankers, game over. So the moment they saved the bankers, shifting all the burdens onto the people, social democracy died. This is a very sad accusation for me because it's so very untrue. For me, populism is to appeal to the worst instincts of the many and to their fears in order to become popular by promising all sorts of things to all sorts of different people, so as to go into power and stay in power and implement policies that are against the many. The establishment loves populists because they are the best chance of the establishment retaining power. Emmanuel Macron was elected because of Le Pen. So the establishment needs the nationalists, and the nationalists need the establishment. And we are on the other side. There are several popular movements in Italy that are very closely connected with the Democracy in Europe movement, DiEM25. We need to present Europeans a third alternative, a progressive internationalist movement across Europe, and we're working with a variety of movements, and here, since we are in Napoli, with Luigi De Magistris.